Welcome to Reflective 23 Designs. Let's see what's going on today.
Alright, time for another boxing. This is the third fan. Hopefully this will be it. You see I probably put together a 24-inch ceiling fan. So it looks decent. Move around the box here. Great tips for you as follows. Or same thing on this side. And then pack size and all that stuff. And then up here it just talks about the different fan sizes. Small room and all that stuff. Larger and greater room. It's weird, you think it would be a medium room and then a large room. That's okay. So we'll get to some box, like I said, probably have to put together. No big deal. This label over here is just for the company. It's not even has to do with me, so that's why it's not blocked out. Well, because this came in another box. So let's see what this looks like here. Oops. All right. Let's see what we got in the box here. Okay, first we got the little user's manual. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, so we do have to some assembly required. Okay, so we got the fan blade. We'll get everything out of the box here first. Okay. And see what it looks like to be. All right. Get everything out of the box here. That doesn't bother me about having to assemble it, especially after the last two fans. It doesn't bother me at all having to do assembly, so. All right. Here's the light kit part. Light kit part there. That's interesting. I've never had to put one of these together before. So that ought to be an interesting project here. Here's my remote and stuff. This looks like the motor parts here. Alright. Oh, it's not that heavy. It's a light motor, so okay, so let's get the box over here. Oh, excuse me. So we'll just put this stuff back in the box here. So there's just stuff. Got myself on this stuff, so okay. Box out of the way here. Push it out of the way. There we go. Alright, so let's get everything on package here. Alright. So as you can see in here, it's the bracket setup. This is metal. So this is a metal thing. There's the sensor it looks like. So, alright. Also, they have it. Wow, so one side, that is weird how they did that. So one side is not that way. So I will have to remove the plate off of this. I don't know. Oh yeah, it is the sensor. It's weird. They got a big old X on the end of it here. Almost looks like a pull chain thing. Another one. Oh, okay, so they have them all the way around. Huh. Oh, okay, I see. This is for the arms, I bet you. There's the connection for the electric. Okay, it took me a minute to figure this out. So here's where the arms are going to go. That's the electrical connection. Right there it is. It was just a precaution. Actually, you can hang it up, do it like that to assemble it, but I'm going to get it put together. So there's the fan motor. Each one of these little deals here. Get everything out of its packaging in here. Right. It's interesting because I notice a lot of seems like this is metal. Interesting. Could be an interesting fan to put together. And the center cap. Okay. Do the blades next. Alright, that looks like a decent size blade assembly here. The light bars here for the light kit there. Yeah, I like the way these look. Really nice. like the way that looks. So, actually, let's put this over there. We'll put it up here. We'll move this over here. And we'll use down here. There we go. Okay. Another one. Another one. Yeah, interesting. There's these. I can see over here how they plug in. It's interesting. Interesting thing. So I'm kind of interested in what this is going to be like when I'm done here. Okay, so this is like hardware. Got some stud anchors, whatever they're going to be for. Some. It looks like some gloves here. Let me check. I bet you it's gloves. Yeah. Yep. You give me some gloves. Okay, let me get all this. Okay, so they give you some gloves, which is interesting. False hardware here. This stuff, I don't know if I'm going to need any of this stuff or not, but we'll find out. A little pair of gloves there. Okay. And of course, we got the remote here. The remote control. So, typical, remote feels kind of cheap, but it's got a, this base feels a lot better than the other ones. So, it's like I said, we'll see what's up. It's got all the controls here, the speeds and stuff, which I think is good, forward and reverse. So, a little tricky to see this at night when this, with the remote stuff. So there's that. And then, okay, we got some anchors for that, batteries, of course. So, and then we'll have to go through this quickly here. Let's see, so showing the whole parts, everything, the parts list, pretty much what the package content is, what you're choosing, and then here we go into showing putting it together and all that, which I will do that in a little bit. I get this put together in the video, and we'll take it from there. So we'll go, of course, I'll speed up whatever, so there we go. So this will work good. Yep. Of course, this application here won't work because where it's going to get applied, but here we go. So the remote control right here, we have, let's see, I know I'm sideways and stuff, but we can do it this way here. So right at the top is this is all off. We'll start here, which is the light on and off, light and fan off, and then of course you have the fan off here, and then this is preparing, and then whatever that CCT change is, whatever that is. Let me see. Yeah, CCT change, whatever that is this right here in the middle, which is probably to change up the thing there. Brightness, the brightness here. Yep, it's the brightness on top and bottom, and then to change the different colors and stuff, colder or warmer. And then you got the forward reverse button right there. FR, and then of course the speeds, and then the timer set up for, you could set up for an hour or 2 hours if you want. All right, and then let me see, and then we got a pair button there, of course explaining all that, and then I guess that'd be about it really on the remote, because a little more description of the different things through the phone. So that's app controls and everything. So, but yeah, there it is. I think this is going to be pretty interesting to put together. Like I said, I'm not sure what these studs here are for. Okay, I know what these studs actually are for. So they did this. This is kind of interesting. This is if you got concrete or some kind of, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Actually included these heavy duty anchors for like doing I don't know, maybe it would be wallboard or whatever, but yeah, reminds me like it'd be for concrete or something hardcore. But maybe studs or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, because it's not going to be really used. So just like wire nuts, I have a connector for that. So I guess we'll work on getting this thing put together. So we'll get that going in a little bit. All right, get this thing assembled. So I don't need these gloves. So I'll put those off to the side. So I'll set it all in plastic. Actually, I'm going to get this off to the side, put it out of the way. I'll be in the shot a little bit, pardon me. So it's all right. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, the first thing I need to do, move the plate off of here. That's the first thing. I still think it's interesting if you did a solid screw on a non-slotted side. Yep, so we'll remove this thing. And put that off to the side. Batteries, remote. We don't need that in the way, so I'll get that off to the side. And got some nice little lock washers on it, which is nice. This should just slide up then. There we go. Okay. So I was thinking about removing this because I don't really need this, so I'm going to take that out. I don't need this cable because of the way I'm doing it, so it's kind of just in the way. Plus the application will just be sticking out, so it's not needed. I'll be able to do it without this. If I can get around it. Take this off of here. I don't want to make it easy for me. All right, we'll get it. There we go. Let's take that out of there. But of course, put the screw back in there. So I can get it. Nope, it's like I'm being magnetized in here. Okay. Screws. Okay. So, put the screw back in there, and then move the wire out of the way. There we go. That's like not down the whole way. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna have to do. Gonna have to do a washer of some sort, so I'm gonna clip this off. And yeah, because it's got a little space underneath of it, so I'd rather do it right way. So I'm gonna clip this off. We'll continue on. So this little part right here, I need to put that underneath as a spacer underneath that one screw. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so now I got that piece. Let me put that in there now. So this should be a nice, looks like a pretty good city motor here. So let me get this done here. I'll put that, and move up just a little bit more. So I'll put that spacer in there. I'll use it as a spacer. Because I need that wire part. Just going to end up being in the way anyway, so. Even more of a nuisance than anything. Don't have to know they're down. There we go. Alright. Let me get this in there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy though how I have to do this spacer thing. It's alright though. It happens. Things happen. It's a little deal. It's kind of tricky to do. Oh, there we go. Now that, put that in there. Now that got it nice and tight there. There we go. So there's my little spacer deal. It's out of the way, ain't gonna hurt nothing. And that wire could have been, or whatever. It's not gonna be seen in it. Okay, so now we'll get on to assembling this thing. Some brackets, nice. That's good. I don't have to do anything with bracket, which is good. Leave these screws where they're at. So let's get looking at this thing and see what's up. Okay, so yeah. Wire strippers, tape, all that. Let me see something in a minute. Oh, there's my power. So that's it. Now I'll come up high enough to do what I got to do. I think it's interesting how they used to use bolt nuts on these, full metal nuts. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm not sure. These things are probably, look like they're metal. Actually, they're probably metal also. Wow, so they did a really good job with the quality of this thing. It's a lot of metal in it. Wow, I'm impressed with this one. This one, I really like this one. It's really cool. So first thing we'll do is get him to see what we got to do first. Okay, just tell me, like I said, there's just the different things here. So you got the ceiling plate. Of course, you got to pre-install the canopy part, port elbow, plant body, fan blade, fan cover. You call that a fan cover? They call this a fan cover. I don't know why they call it a fan cover, but it's just the it's the lock mechanism. So let's see what we got to do first here. Okay, so let's do this. Figure one. Okay, I'm just going to fold this over, make it easier for me to do this. So we're right there. So we're going to do figure one. See, because I know there's one that has this goes to it. So, all right, and there it is. Let's see. Yes, none of the other ones have that. They're all, see, there's nothing at the ends of these. This is the one that has the plug to it, and that goes right in here. All right, we're going to get this thing put together. So, let's see. Okay, so it shows all the parts there. Got everything out there here. The lights, post, all that. So, all right, so it's pretty simple. Also, to make sure you get these the right directions. So, all right, so pretty much we'll start with when we find out the one with the plug. We'll do this one first, and then make sure it's going this way here. And one thing is I won't make these, I'll just hand tighten these so I can get the light kit lined up with it. Yeah, make sure you're going the right way because the light's got to be down here. So don't put it up on top like this way, you know. But you see what you can do if you make a mistake, just take the lights off, flip it around. Let's do these next ones. All right, that's all tightened up. Just like I said, just watch it for tightening those. And now it's done. So now I can install it. I got that last part there. It's plate will go up there. I like the way they did this plate. It's powder coated. It's interesting. It's white, not black, but I guess maybe go with that part in there. So get the plate installed and then take it from there. So we'll get next part. It'll be different video part quality of video because I'm not going to be using this camera. I'll go to one of the devices and I'll set up for that and then we'll do that. So on the next part. Okay, so so here's the fan and the blade, and of course it's going to go up on the poles like the other one. So it's going to go right up here, and like I said, and I'll turn it on and test it in this video. So that's what I'm going to do next. So our bank kind of did already, that's what we're next with the phone. Yeah, I'm using just an old smartphone to do this. But on the next part. All right, so there's the plate installed. And you already put the fan up in there. There's my connection, so I've already installed it. And that one takes that connection takes a pretty small Phillips tip screwdriver. So next part, the fan will be installed. All right, you can see it's installed and everything. All right, plug it in. So I got it on the port. So there's the light. And turn the light off. And there's the fan going here. And go to 6. Got a wobble to it. It's got a wobble to it. Well, it goes backwards. That's kind of what this one is. You see it's like this light around the one. It's the fan blade itself. That's crazy.
2, 3, oh, it's 5. So 5 goes back. Another one. Wow. That's kind of weird. I don't know if it's because the blade is thin like it is. Likely because the blade's thin. So, I'm just kind of concerned about that deal. Try to flip it around. Wow, that really shakes some. So, it's going to go the other way. Just give it a minute. A little shaking to itself. Max speed there. Shakes that. Wow. It really shakes. And kind of button to the speaker phone. I've been off to return this thing. The entire 100 fans. So, well there it's installed. You turn the light on again. Turn the light on. It's a shame because it's vibrant. It's a nice bright light. Yeah, it's kind of a shame though. You can really see it shaking now. Yeah, so it was a test though, so unfortunate. It's going to be all off. Yeah, it's a shame. Wow. That's got bad shape to it. That is crazy. So, now looks like I contact somebody on this issue with the shakiness of the blade. So, got a damn wobble on it. I'll double check to make sure that's up there, but I believe it's up there. Yeah, it's in line with what it's supposed to be like. It's notched out, so it's in the notch. So, I don't know. Well, we're paying for so I'm going to end the video here. So, another fan. I don't know. Not sure. I like this one. That's the problem. Yeah. Pretty cool assembly, but I don't know. That shakiness bugs me though. That wobbliness is pretty bad. So I guess I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now. Okay, so there's noise now coming out of this thing. Let me get it going here. I'm going to put it on the highest speed, which is 6. See that wobble in it first of all. Every time it, focusing. Yeah, every time it turns around, it's running a little bit more, it gets a little louder. It gets louder and louder. It's not even the first half hour of usage. Well, it's actually the first half hour of usage. But I didn't even run this thing for 30 minutes yet. It's maybe been like 15 minutes. And this is what started out. It's bad enough it's got a wobble to it, but now this. That seems like a reboxing, doesn't it? I don't think so. So what I did, I came up with a really very cool idea here. and kind of took it, and it's something different, but here it is. So now it's a light. The only thing is it doesn't do it. I had a choice on it because I had to change the wiring setup in it. Took most of the day playing with it to get it to go. There it is on dim. So I pretty much have it to where I can go, you know, like up to bright and dim. That's it. So it's white but no other color. So I couldn't really make it both because the way the wiring is in this thing. I tried. It was white or yellow. I had a choice of one or the other. I decided white. I like the white better. So that's what it became, you know, because the seller kind of played games and never ought to replace it. They just told me we're fun to keep it, and the motor's crap in it. So the only thing it did not get reused was the motor. So the original controller, here's the remote. So turn it back off. But yeah, so there it is. Yep, so that's what it did. And the polarity had to go reversal. So since the way it was set up to where it's 3 wires for the lighting, 1 positive, 2 negative, or 1 positive, 2 ground, I couldn't really make it work. I tried so many different ways, pretty much every way that I could think of, and couldn't get them both to work because I thought, well, if I can get them both working, that'd be really cool. It'd be a little brighter. But so I'll take this white. So I'll take that. That's good enough for me. Dim it down. I think it's pretty dim, so yeah, so I'm good with that. And like I said, there's a lot of aggravation for this thing. So this is going to be up here right now until that's where you see the wires kind of just there. I spiraled around that just for now. It's going to be up here. I'm going to get eventually I will get a ceiling fan, the right one. This was a fan, but now it's a light kit. So what's going to happen with this eventually, I want to get one of the halogen lamps and get rid of the halogen lamp part. Use the pole and the base and the wire to put this up on top. Have it that way, the way it is right now. You know, just have it like on a pole. So, all right, I think that's about it with this. There's not much really to say. Just like I said, I modded it, made it go the other way. I had to do some work, you know, with the light itself. So the connection, all that, just modded a little bit and made it work. And all the parts are reused, like I said, except for the fan motor and fan blade and a little cap are the only things that haven't been reused because really can't, because the motor's garbage. And I wasn't going to really have luck find another one because every time I put the letters in, it starts YZ, and that's usually like Yamaha motorcycles is what comes up, and it did Yamaha motorcycle fans and stuff like that. So I had no luck finding the right thing, so I gave up on it and I said, well, just do this is what I saw, and that's what I went with. So there it is. Well, like I said, learn the lessons from these LED ceiling fans. When they get to a certain size, we might have some issues. But that's going to be it for the video, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. I think it's really cool. Bye-bye for now. Even Birdie's saying bye-bye for now.